Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Lavinia and I post beauty videos regarding makeup, skincare, acne positivity, I just scratched myself, all of that. So if that's something you're interested in, I would love for you to join my channel by hitting the big red subscribe button. So today I'm doing a different type of video. I'm sitting on the floor, which I've never done a video like this. I have my tea and I thought I would do a little tea chat and kind of talk about these skin changes I have been seeing in the past, I would say like 6 months, because my skin has dramatically changed. Right now it's actually looking pretty calm. I did a bunch of like calming skincare earlier, but it's been really crazy the past like 6, I would say more dramatically 4 months. And I wanted to talk about those changes that I've been experiencing when it comes to dealing with hormonal acne and kind of the things that I've been seeing. Maybe this will help someone. Maybe we can just have a chat about it. So I want to jump kind of right into it. And this video is brought to you by System Acville. I have been using their app for the past like 5 weeks now to track some of my skincare progress. And it's really been helping me because, as I said, there's been a lot of changes with my skin recently. And sometimes it's really hard to keep track of those changes, especially with hormonal acne, since there's so many influences and like the smallest things can really throw off your whole skin care routine and how your skin's feeling and looking. So let's get right on into this.
Oh, you tell me stories, you tuck me in, and the second you leave, I call you right back to check for monsters in my sheets.
Alright, so about 6 months ago, I decided to go off of hormonal birth control. Now, this, I would say, has had a pretty significant impact on how my skin has been doing. Now, for me, birth control did not completely clear my skin. If you look back at the past few years, I've still had consistent acne, but I will say that the cysts did slow down for the most part, especially in the summer, and that is where I have seen a huge difference now. It is super warm out, and usually my skin gets a lot better and clearer in the warm weather, but now I have been experiencing a lot more of that deep-rooted cystic acne, especially around my mouth and actually even on my forehead, which was a bit of a change for me. Definitely think coming off hormonal birth control impacted my skin and made it, fluctuate a bit more, because I obviously wasn't having that balance of hormones, and hormones play a huge role in how your skin is going to be affected. And with hormonal acne, that's kind of tough to regulate because there's a lot of things that can affect your hormone levels, and that is definitely one major thing that I have found, and I'm still trying to kind of see how I can balance that out through my lifestyle choices, through working out. Stress plays a big role, and I did go through one of the most stressful semesters school-wise ever, so that was really, tough on my skin, and I think I was experiencing some of those deeper, very painful breakouts that, if you have ever had deeper acne or hormonal or cystic acne, the feeling. There are those pimples that when you like talk or move your face, they hurt. So I was definitely experiencing a lot more of those. Next thing I want to talk about is actually my eating habits. So those have really changed dramatically too. I don't intake as much sugar as I did before, which is interesting because there is accorrelation between, your diet and your skin. This is something I'm still educating myself on. And this is something where System Acville has kind of come into play to help me with. They do, not only are they a skin tracking app, but they actually do have so much skincare education on there. They have a whole nutrition page, and I honestly might have to make a full dedicated video to nutrition and acne because it gets crazy. There is so much that affects it, so much that you should and should not be eating or trying to avoid. And of course, everyone is different, but for the most part, there has been correlation between a lot of different food, especially dairy, sugar, and even different fruits and veggies, even different meats and protein that can really affect the skin. And for myself, what I really found the past few months was how much whey protein has affected my skin. So I have been taking whey protein pretty religiously for the past 4 months. I would say 6 months ago I started to incorporate it into my diet, but for the past 2 months for sure, it has been a consistent day-to-day thing that I have been taking at least you know, I would say 30 to maybe 80 grams of whey protein per day consistently. And I actually stopped taking whey protein last week because it kind of clicked in my mind that the reason I might be breaking out so much and having these painful breakouts all around my mouth, even on my forehead, which I usually don't break out in, and I started even getting some breakouts in my cheek region, which I haven't had cheek breakouts since I was like 13. So I was like, this is really weird. There are cars zooming by. But I was like, this is super weird. This is not acne I usually experience, and if so, it's a lot more elevated and extreme, and what is going on? And when I thought, you know, when I sat down and thought about what has changed in my lifestyle in the past few months, it has been my intake of whey protein. So I stopped taking that for a week, and I'm curious now to see how my skin reacts, and if these breakouts slow down over time. Obviously your body needs time to kind of go through that change. It takes around 28 days for the skin cycle to even renew. So I'm definitely gonna have to see how, you know, that cutting of whey protein from my diet works to help my skin, and if that is even something that was affecting it. I'm very curious to see, and I'm gonna take a few weeks off of taking that type of like protein supplement. And then after I've given it a few weeks to really test out how my skin was affected by it, then I think I'm going to try to switch to a different protein. So if you guys have any recommendations as to what protein I should be using, whether that's soy or a different type, let me know down below in the comments what your experience has been with that. But yeah, I'm thinking that the protein was having a big effect on my skin, so now I'm like, I need to switch something up. And with all these changes I've been experiencing, you know, nutrition, sleep, products, they all play an effect. And this is where System Acville has really come into play for me. So I've been using this app for about 5 weeks, and I've really been enjoying it. I think it's a super effective and easy way to track your skincare progress. And I find with skincare and acne, it's so difficult to even just taking progress pictures all the time, it can be hard to like remember, okay, like I did this then, like unless you're journaling all down, which if you are, kudos to you, but I cannot like keep track of all of that. Sometimes it gets difficult. So with this, you know, I wake up in the morning, it actually gives me a reminder every single day, which I like if you turn on the notifications. But you go into the app, it tells you like bing bing, it's time for your skincare routine. So if you're someone who struggles with keeping a routine consistent and keeping on top of your skincare routine, this is the one feature of the app that I really enjoy. So it reminds you every single day to do your skincare routine. You can go through and do the skincare with the app actually, or you can just do it on your own and then click already done, which is usually what I do. So it tracks the routines that you are doing and making sure you are consistent with your skincare. And then you also take a photo of how your skin is looking for that day. And I really like this part because, again, it's not only tracking the actual appearance of your skin, but it's also using this data, the photo, to curate a skin assessment. And it kind of analyzes your skin in a bunch of different categories: acne, hydration, pigmentation, pores, uniformness, and even redness. And ideally you would like to get a score between like 90 and 100, but you can see this progress. You can see, okay, my acne was a little higher this day, it was a little lower this day, my hydration was better this day. And then you can see, okay, well, this day I drank more water, or this week I was getting less sleep, so my skin was looking a little more dull, you know? So you can kind of see what is actually going on with your skin every day as you are making those changes in your lifestyle. Now, of course, you don't want to get too wrapped into this. You don't want to over compare your skin, but I would say, you know, going in every like 3 to 5 days or once a week just to see the comparison in your skin can help you kind of track down what is working and what is not. And then you fill out your little skin assessment. First off, you fill in how you are feeling about your skin today. And I love that they ask this because acne is so much more than just the physical spots on your face. It really takes a toll on your mental health sometimes. And I think being able to also track this progress is super important because you can kind of see, how am I doing with my acne journey? Am I improving over time with it? Do I feel better about my skin in certain time? So I love when I wake up in the morning and I can do that little assessment and I can hit that I love my skin. And some days I don't. Some days I hit meh or not good, and that I'm not feeling good about my skin that day. And I think that's totally fine and totally part of the journey, but being able to express that and talk about it is really nice, and you can kind of track that with yourself through the app. Then you also log your sleep and how well your quality of sleep was too. So then you can see how your sleep schedule is maybe affecting your skin as well. So I've been using this for about 5 weeks now. I definitely want to get more involved in the nutrition part of the app and dive into maybe tracking some of the, changes I can make in my diet to see how that affects my skin. But for right now, we have the change in the hormonal birth control and the protein, the whey protein. Those are the two big ones. As my like stress levels and sleep schedule, I'm still kind of trying to work on, but I am working out a lot more. I'm intaking a lot more water, and overall I feel pretty good. But I've had these skin changes and that is totally normal. But it's nice that I've kind of been able to track and see what has been affecting my skin at the same time. So guys, that is really it for this video. I know it was kind of a different vibe, kind of more of a sit down, but if you guys want to see more of these videos where I just sit down and talk about my skin progress, talk about what is working for me, what is not, and just be real with you guys on how my skin is doing, how I'm doing mentally with my skin, what is working, what is affecting my skin, and just taking you more through the acne journey that I'm on. I would love to do that because this is content I really like to make, but hopefully you guys enjoy watching as well. But if you did enjoy, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and also make sure to turn on my post notifications so you get notified every single time I upload a new video. And yeah guys, that's it for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Oh, you tell me stories, you tuck me in, and the second you leave, I call you right back to check for monsters in